Hi, my name's Anthony Larson. I am the owner and operator of BodyAssist Sports Health. Now, I've constructed this 10-minute video just to show you a few really easy stretches to alleviate neck, shoulder and lower back pain. I expect that each stretch you should hold for about 20 seconds or so, doing it in a set of 3 and doing it sort of up to 3 times a day would be ideal. Best time to do it would be when you're feeling warmer after a shower, after you've done some light exercise and that sort of thing. And basically what I want you to do is really focus on the stretch and really believe that you're doing some good and just allow the stretch to happen. Now, that's about all I need to add to this. Watch the video, enjoy it, download it, take your time, and just relax. All right, excellent. I hope you end up pain-free. And if not, best to look at other remedial therapies like a massage, physiotherapy, and probably a Pilates regime. But I'll look at that in another video. Have a great day, and BodyAssist Sports Health, bodyassist.com.au. Thanks very much. So stretch number 1, Taryn's sitting up straight. Basically we're doing a neck stretch for the lateral neck. What I'll get Taryn to do to set up is popping her left arm behind her back and grabbing just above the ear and pulling her head laterally and getting a nice easy stretch down through the side of the neck. And this is going to release off upper trap and also a whole bunch of little rotators in the neck. Alright, holding that for 30 seconds on each side, and then what she's going to do is then set up on the other side. So we'll just do up through, pulling down, and also just focusing really on the release. Don't rush it. Excellent. And holding that. Great. So, stretch number 2. Taryn's always going to reset her shoulders, keeping her chest up. And what it is I call it the it's like a neck extensor stretch, where you turn your head to the side and pop it down. An easy way to set up is to actually have your chin to chest and rotate to the side and popping that down next to your armpit. Popping one arm behind the back and the other arm reaching down just between the ear and the back of the head, and pulling down into the armpit and stretching again all of these muscles down through the top of the shoulder. Alright, and that's pretty tight in there. Obviously Taryn needs a massage sometime as well. Okay, we'll set up the other side. Up you come, up the other arm, the back, flexion, rotation, and then pop the chin down into the armpit, and then pulling down through and giving a stretch. Again, holding for 30 seconds, making sure that you're really allowing the stretch to happen, really releasing off all these muscles down through the neck. The stretch today is going to be the pec stretch, and basically that's just going to help release off the front of the chest and allow the muscles of the back to function more normally. What Taryn's done now is just placed her arm on the wall at 90 degrees, and then what she's going to do is rotate her body and her head around to the opposite side to the arm on the wall. Alright, basically allowing 20 to 30 seconds to release the stretch, really focusing, keep breathing, and then she'll do the other side. Beautiful. Alright, and rotating around, getting a stretch all through that bicep and that chest, keeping that arm at 90 degrees, focusing again. That's excellent. Alright, and you hold that for about 20 seconds. For the afternoon, Taryn's going to do a hip flexor stretch. Now this is to release off the iliopsoas and also all of the flexors through the front of the hip. Now Taryn's going to get down on one knee, keeping everything at 90 degrees. She's going to then, so that's the setup from the front. We're going to push through the hips, keeping the pelvis tucked under. Chest up, and then just allow a nice stretch through the top of the hip. side view on the hip flexor stretch. Taryn's just going to get her pelvis under just a little bit more. Keep that chest up. And basically just pushing through, holding that stretch for 30 seconds. Breathing. Alright. Now what I'll get her to do is swap legs. So set up again. Well, we've got his front foot at 90 degrees. Pushing through the pelvis. Tucking under the, getting a stretch at the top of the hips. Keeping the chest up. And breathing through the stretch. Okay, the fifth stretch for today, for the lower lumbar area. And what we've got is, it's called a cat stretch. There's a variety of names. I call it humps and hollows. And basically what Taryn's going to do is extend up through all those muscles and all that sort of vertebra, up through and stretching everything from the lumbar up through the thoracic spine, and then she'll dip down and scoop everything, scooped out of the lower lumbar, and then stretching the other way, and that gets all of the area nice and mobile. So demonstrate again, one more go, really scooping up through the abdominal area and then down again. And basically that process will take 10 seconds, 15 seconds to just do the whole thing, and repeat it 3 to 4 times. For also the lower back, this is going to be the child's pose. It's a yoga stretch, and so Taryn's going to get into position. It's again stretching the lower lumbar, really reaching through, stretching up through the lats, really pulling the body forward and the bum down, and really feeling a stretch through the lower lumbar area of your back. So I want Taryn to get up and get back into the other position and set up all over again, just so that we can see that happen. Excellent. Alright. Feel a stretch all through the lower lumbar area, and just basically allow that stretch to happen for up to 30 seconds. Really allowing a release. So Taryn's doing the lower lumbar mobilization. What she's going to do is put both of her heels together, knees together, keeping both of her shoulders securely down on the ground, palms facing up with her head facing forward, and she's going to roll her knees across and just basically getting a stretch and a little bit of mobilization through that lower lumbar spine. You're rolling back from one side to the other, maintaining complete control, and just allowing a certain amount of sort of stretch and mobilization going on through that lower lumbar area. You want to keep everything quite still at the upper body, and then just allow the rotation through lower lumbar, and just keeping your feet together and your knees together, just feeling the stretch. Do this stretch for up to 10 times, 5 times each side, and you'll feel some sort of relief. The next stretch for today is the glute stretch, and that is to enable more flexibility through the lower lumbar also, assist in lower back pain and the like. What I'd like Taryn to do is lift one foot off the ground, her right foot, cross that over onto the left knee. Then what I'd like her to do is lift off the left knee and then place her hands through and clasp around behind her left knee, pulling the left knee towards her chest and getting a stretch through that glute. Again, the rule is to allow the stretch, relax, give it time. Don't try to stretch, just allow it all just to release. And what I'll get Taryn to do is just release the leg off, drop the foot down first, and then swap over. Beautiful. Pulling through, getting good stretch, breathing, allowing the stretch to happen. Okay, and release. Another stretch following the glute stretch is the adductor stretch. Now basically Taryn's going to set up with 1, 2 legs in, feet together, chest up, holding her feet, and basically just allowing those knees to drop down as far as you can. She's also assisting with a little bit of elbow there, if you can also do that. And then also what she's done is add a little bit of a lower lumbar stretch by popping her chin to her chest and then leaning forward into the stretch. By doing that, you get a little bit of adductor, and then you also get a little bit of lower lumbar as well, and upper thoracic stretch. Excellent for, again, people with tight backs and tight adductors. And holding that stretch again for as long as about 30 seconds or so, or as long as you can tolerate. And then you just relax back out of it, and then straightening up. Next stretch today is going to be for the hamstrings. Taryn's sitting up straight. Basically, she will reach forward as far as you can, not putting any or too much pressure on that lower lumbar area, and then just allow a really nice even stretch to happen. Again, what she'll achieve as well is to have a certain release down through that lower lumbar area and also through the upper thoracic. And she'll just pop her chin down onto her chest, and if she pops her toes back, she'll then achieve a little bit more of a neural stretch, which again enables the body to allow the release of any sort of tension in that lower lumbar area. Holding that stretch for at least 30 seconds. Now, I don't expect everyone to be able to reach their toes like Taryn is, but what I'd like is you to get to a point where it's pain-free, and that you can then just achieve a little bit more of a result the next time. Holding that stretch